Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It is me, the Mysterious Cameraman, and today I'm going to explain why I think Black Panther is a bad movie. So, I have not really said that much about this movie on my channel before, but I personally have not liked this movie since it first came out. And I am a huge Marvel fan. I've seen every Marvel movie so many times. But I really wanted to talk about this, especially with Wakanda Forever coming out by this video's release, I think it's exactly a month before Wakanda Forever. So I thought, what better time to talk about this? So, quickly talking about Wakanda Forever, I am actually really excited for it. I think it's going to be one of the best Marvel movies of Phase 4, and maybe one of the best of all time. But my issue is that before I can compliment that, I think I have to first talk about this one. So, why do I not like Black Panther? So, I first saw this back in theaters in 2018. I think it was at a birthday party at a movie theater, I think. I don't even remember. I remember going to see it, and I remember when I walked out of theaters, all my friends who were there was best Marvel movie, best Marvel movie. I was like, this isn't that good. I did not really like that. And I was like, ugh, I didn't really enjoy it. And for 2 years, I thought that Black Panther was a bad movie. Then in 2020, during COVID, I was like, okay, and that was when I really got into Marvel. I was like, fine, I haven't seen a lot of the Marvel movies in a while, and I did an entire timeline rewatch, of all 3 phases in timeline order. And when I rewatched Black Panther that time, I was like, maybe I was a bit harsh on the movie. But it's decent. Oh man, it was pretty good the second time. I thought it was better. But then when I watched it a third time, a year later, I realized it's not that good. And I've seen it 3 or 4 times. I've seen it twice, maybe 3 times since then. And my opinion still hasn't really changed. And I think I really noticed the flaws at this point. And I should add, I like bad Marvel movies. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is not that good of a movie, in my opinion. It's decent. But I have rewatched it so many times because it's a fun movie. I enjoy watching it because of how crazy and stupid it is. Thor: Love and Thunder, I can't do that. It's not as enjoyable, and I don't enjoy watching it compared to Multiverse of Madness. Which is why I think Multiverse of Madness is such a fun movie, because I personally can rewatch it so many times. And that's one of the issues with this movie. This is not a good movie for rewatches. I feel like every time I rewatch it, I notice more of the flaws. So I'm going to quickly just jump into some of the things I do like about it, because I feel like there are good parts of it. First off, Killmonger, I think everyone knows this already, but, Killmonger is, one of the best solo Marvel movie villains, and what I mean by that is, one movie villains who, die at the end, who, no chance of coming back. I'd say he's up there with that type of villain. Killmonger is, one of the best, along with a villain like Wenwu, because those are 2 amazing villains who are amazing in that movie. And then there's no chance of them coming back. But they have such an amazing thing in their movie, and they just bring it up so well. So, him and Wenwu are 2 of my favorite villains. So, when I watch it, I'm like, where is Killmonger? I just want to see more of Killmonger. I don't, yeah. And comparing it to Shang-Chi now, I think Chadwick Boseman's doing a good job. I think Simu Liu is doing a good job. But I think it's structured differently. Simu Liu has more time in the spotlight, which is why I think why I think Shang-Chi is such a better movie than Black Panther. But I should really stop comparing Black Panther to other movies that I really like. We should actually talk about the movie. So, I'm not going to start getting into the bad things, because I'm going to get back into the good things when I talk about the bad. So, my main issue with this movie is that I do not think that it is written well at all. Black Panther first appears in Civil War, and he is my second favorite character in Civil War. My favorite character is obviously Spider-Man, but in second place is obviously Black Panther. He has such a great performance. His final lines with Zemo is absolutely amazing. His performance throughout the entire film is absolutely amazing, and having it now does not work. This film puts more spotlight on the side characters, like Shuri and his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, who I don't even remember her name, because she's not important to the story. His mom, yeah, and Killmonger. Most of the spotlight is not on Black Panther. He literally dies for half an hour. I timed it. He was dead for half an hour in a 2-hour film. That's not good. It's his own film, by the way. One of the reasons I think Wakanda Forever is going to be so good is because this movie was not good in setting up so many side characters that now that Chadwick Boseman sadly can't be in the sequel, all the side characters have to take it over, and we already liked the side characters because they pushed Black Panther out of the movie in his first movie. So it's kind of disappointing to me because I really wanted to see a good Black Panther movie, and then it can't happen. And with Chadwick Boseman in it, of course, I think Black Panther Wakanda Forever is going to be amazing. So what do I mean by they're taking too much of the spotlight off Chadwick Boseman? So what I mean by that is we have, the film opens up with a very interesting scene, with us seeing Black Panther's dad go to Killmonger's dad. And we don't find out until later that Black Panther's dad killed Killmonger's dad. I think this would have worked better if we knew from the beginning that Black Panther's dad did a bad deed. So we can want, first off, Chadwick Boseman to figure it out, and also we question, is that really the right decision that he made? That's the first thing they did. That was a very bad decision on their part. So that, in my opinion, was not a good decision on their part. The next thing I kind of want to just explain that I think is not that good is then the film goes on, and Black Panther is basically invincible. He's never lost a fight, except when he's fighting Killmonger. He only loses a fight when the film wants him to lose a fight. Next issue, there are 2 trial by combat sequences. There only needs to be the one with Killmonger, because the first one is just us seeing Black Panther fight, so we know Black Panther can win. And then Killmonger comes and he just destroys him. In my opinion, it would be way more impactful if we didn't see Black Panther's first trial in combat. We just saw his second. So it's like he's 1-1, he can just win. But now it's like he's like, oh wow, is he really his king? Instead of you winning one and then losing one. Like, it doesn't work right. And so I think they only need 1 trial by combat. Another thing I just want to point out is the costumes are absolutely disgusting, especially their faces. Like, Killmonger's mask looks terrible. Same with Black Panther's mask. They went from something good to something bad. I think every place in the suit is good besides the helmet. The helmet needs work. Some of the VFX in it is also good. Isn't good, I meant. There's like a video game final battle with like Killmonger and Black Panther fighting, of like them slashing at each other like a video game. It's kind of funny. But going back to some of the other things that don't work, we have the whole Black Panther dating, what's her name? She's in Miss Marvel as well. It's the same name, I know that, but I can't remember it. But him and his ex, have this whole subplot of, are they gonna date again? Which is unneeded. It is so much of the story. There's an hour in, probably I'd say like an hour and 20 minutes. The first hour and 20 minutes of the film. I'd say probably like 20 minutes of that is just Black Panther. 30 minutes of that is Black Panther not doing anything, mostly with his ex. Then we also have this other American guy who is really in it for one final battle, yet him and Shuri take up so much of the plot just to get there, which doesn't make sense. I do like the Dora Milaje fight to get claws. That was good. I did like that beginning part. But then the movie slows down because it really wants to make Killmonger. And then Killmonger just shows up more than halfway through the film and kills Black Panther. The movie wants us to believe that Black Panther is dead for half an hour. And it is funny because in his own film, he is not even there. So we just take him out of the story. So now we have to focus on Shuri and the other characters. You see why Black Panther Wakanda Forever is going to be good? Because they focus so much on the side characters in the first one. And it's funny to me that the story made that mistake. Like, they didn't know it was going to happen. So, like, it was just weird. So they bring Black Panther back, and then they have the final battle. Whatever. It is not compelling at all to see him just come back from the dead, take down a plane, and immediately the final battle begins. Like, ugh. I do like the first part of the battle, because I think it's decent. I'll admit, that part's pretty good. But I don't like how, for half an hour of the film, is not interesting. Like, it is so boring to see the family of Black Panther believe Chadwick Boseman is dead, and then not do anything about it. It is honestly really funny. And to have them put that in the film is honestly really bad. Because they didn't want... Why did they even want to kill off Black Panther? Like, it doesn't make sense why they did that. And some of the shots in this film are not even good at all. So, like, it doesn't even feel worth it. I feel like some parts of this film just aren't worth it. And it's, like, mean to say, but, like, personally, I do not believe some things in this film are actually worth being in this film. So, I think the main issue is that so much of the story is them taking the spotlight off of Black Panther and putting it onto other characters, which is not how you make a movie. You make a movie by focusing on the main character, not focusing on the side characters. So, I don't think I can really talk about it so much, because there isn't so much more I can really say. We have the dating subplot. We have so many other subplots. We have the Shuri and the American subplot. We have the Killmonger subplot. How about this? We cut out half those subplots and put in an actual character arc for T'Challa. They would never do that. They do not like to give T'Challa a character arc. They did it in Civil War, and they literally give him no personality. They give him no character arc. He's literally a character to be there. He doesn't even have an arc. This is why they think, like, it's honestly funny to me how they don't even think to give him a character arc. He doesn't even have an arc. He literally just... it's funny to me how they don't give him an arc. Because they don't even give him, the main character of a story, a character arc. They give Shuri a character arc. They give the American guy a character arc. They give Killmonger a character arc. They give whatever her name is, his ex, a character arc. But he won't give Black Panther, King T'Challa, a character arc. I do not think I have to go forward with this video. I've explained bad editing, bad story, but the movie is still bad. There is still more. I think that some of the shots in this are not good. And some of the fights are not good. Even that final battle with, like, their suits malfunctioning doesn't even make sense. That is not needed for the story. They could easily change that 100% and it would still be fine. It's like stupid that they had to make such a big movie just to screw it up. And wouldn't it be cool if Black Panther was one of the best superhero movies, and then Black Panther Wakanda Forever pays tribute to that movie? That could have happened. Except for the fact that they don't even give him any character arc. They give the side characters it. So they're not paying tribute. They're paying tribute to a character who's in their own movie, did not have a character arc. They gave him one in Civil War. They gave him one in... they kind of gave him one in Infinity War. Fine. But they don't give him one in his own movie. They give him more of a character arc in a movie that he is dead for 2 hours of it. And I'm talking about Endgame. He has more of a character arc in that movie than in this movie. It is that bad. So, I don't know how much I can really else say about it. Because I've said the costumes, I've said the VFX, I've said the side characters, I said the character arc. Those are the 4 bad things. But even as good as Killmonger is, and as decent the side characters are, if you don't focus on the main character, if you don't give him character traits, if you don't have cool editing to make up for it, if the costumes look dull, if you have, and you don't even pay focus to the main character, no good villain can make up for that much bad, which is why I personally believe Black Panther is a bad movie. So, I don't know how much I can really say. So, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.